Once again, we're staying in the exploring.dwg file, and what we're going to do now is have a look at the shortcut menu, or as its full name is, the right-hand mouse button context-sensitive shortcut menu. So you can see why we all call it shortcut menu for short. Now, what we're going to do is zoom in on this top left area of the floor plan. Now, the reason I'm doing that is so that we can actually utilize the shortcut menu a bit more, and it's in a bit more context. We're actually working on the design of this particular floor plan. Now, the shortcut menu is context sensitive, so it depends on what you're doing. If I'm not doing anything and I right click, there's the shortcut menu, and that's just the default shortcut menu. So I can repeat the last command, I can repeat any recent input, I've got clipboard, I've got isolate, I've got undo, pan and zoom, there's my pan and zoom real time, there's my steering wheels like on the nav bar, I've got the action recorder which allows me to record things should I need to, and we've got things like quick select, quick calc, find, and also our good old options dialog box as well. So there's a lot of information there just on the default shortcut menu. But what happens if I start drawing things? Let's say I draw a line. I'm on the Home tab on the ribbon, Draw panel, click on the Line command, and I start drawing. Now I'm just going to start drawing very randomly. I'm not going to worry about whether it's exact or not. So as you can see, whole group of line segments there. If I right-click now, you can see that the shortcut menu looks very different. So I've got Enter to finish the line command. I've got Cancel to cancel the line command. I can use Recent Input, which in this case is coordinates for the line command. I can close the line segments to go back to the start point like I would a polyline. But what about Undo? If I undo, it only undoes the last segment. So if I keep right-clicking and undoing, can you see I'm undoing each segment as I go? Now, one of the benefits I do have as well on the right click is snap overrides. So that means I can override my running object snaps and perhaps use an object snap that isn't on my snap settings, such as perpendicular. So if I now take that to there, can you see there's my perpendicular snap, and I can snap exactly at right angles to that wall there. It's a nice horizontal line, for example, and then I can then right click and enter to finish the line command. Now you'll notice if I go up to the quick access toolbar now and click on undo, it undoes all of the line segments like I mentioned previously. Whereas if I right click and undo, it only undoes the last line segment that I've drawn. Now this shortcut menu is extremely useful. It allows me to work in context with any command that I might be using. So the right click is always very, very handy. If I went to polyline, for example, and started drawing a random polyline like so, if I then right click, can you see, again, context sensitive shortcut menu, it gives me all of the other tools available to me with the polyline command, such as arc, and I can start drawing an arc, take it to that point there, hit enter to finish, and there's my polyline with an arc segment, for example. And again, I can undo that up on the quick access toolbar. So that's how the shortcut menu can be very, very useful. It's that little right click. You've got things like your snap overrides. You've got your context sensitive commands, depending on which command you're working in at the time.